Hey everyone, I'm Outer Space Gaming and this is my guide on how to complete the Die Maschine Easter egg solo in under 15 rounds. This guide will help even the newcomers as you can use any gun you want to complete this and it will still yield the same results. Now to start off, if you're a high enough level and have already played a little bit of zombies, I would highly suggest putting some of your Ethereum crystals into the weapon classes for melee. What this allows you to do is instead of meleeing with your gun butt, you will instead be using a Bowie knife, which will come in handy through the later rounds. Now, just some pro tips for you guys. Tip number 1, each kill you get with the knife is 115 points. This is why we want to knife the zombies as much as possible to get as many points before we leave spawn. Tip number 2, I would suggest staying in spawn up until round 6. And tip number 3, make sure to grab any nukes you find at the end of the round to maximize the amount of points you get. Now I did the math for each of the doors that you need to open up in order to get to the power room to start the Easter egg, and it's about 10,000 points. So by staying in spawn, it just makes things a little easier getting the power-ups and keeping track of all the zombies so you're not running around trying to get the slower ones who are across the map. Now since you will be getting power-ups while you kill zombies, you should accumulate roughly 9,000 to 10,000 points by the beginning of round 6. So as soon as round 6 starts, just go ahead and start heading the same way I do, as this way it will make up things a little bit easier down the road when you're doing future steps in the Easter egg. Make sure to grab Stamina, as well as a free 100 points for every perk machine you come across, and make sure to shoot the box containing the fuse while you're over there. So after having gone through the map and opened all of your doors, turned on power, went through your first portal and grabbed the part for Pack-a-Punch and the fuse for one of the DIE upgrades, go ahead and build the Pack-a-Punch and do the Coffin Dance Easter egg. If you are unsure on how to do that, essentially all you have to do is just shoot the little glowing orbs as you see me doing here. One behind the chair by the computers, one on top of the air ducts where the Aether portal is, one under the power room in a zombie spawner room, and one right here on top of this generator looking thing. Just keep in mind, if you're saving one zombie on round 6 as I am here, make sure to kill him before you teleport, as all zombies in the map prior to you teleporting will be killed and a new round started. Alright, so now you're watching all the zombies get the groove on and round 7 has just started. You should get an audio cue from the game representing the start of a dog round. Now as soon as the Coffin Dance Easter egg is over, you can open the box, grab your gun, salvage, and free Juggernaut perk, and bring the dogs to the weapons lab. Here you will find a container on the wall that you will need to kill one of the dogs next to in order to suck up its nasty fart gas that you will need for one of the upgrades for the wonder weapon later on. And since we are still on round 7, save some dogs because you're going to need to do some errands. Firstly, go through the Aether portal that should be somewhere on the map and find all of the Aetherscope parts. There's one on the turbine of the crashed plane right outside of Nock, another under the stairway of spawn, and the last location is in the particle accelerator right behind the Aether portal. Be wary though, as you can see every time you pick up a part for the scope, a slew of dogs will spawn, so just be aware of that, as in numbers, they can be quite cumbersome to deal with. So, after having grabbed all the parts for the scope, you will be teleported out of the dark ether to build the scope on the build table located right under where Pack-a-Punch is. After you build the scope, another portal should spawn in the medical bay above Speed Cola. Take it and go to the computer in the room right next to where the portal was and grab the diary sitting on the counter. Go ahead and jump down right by the large opening behind Speed Cola to activate the first portal and give the apparition the diary. You can choose to listen to the dialogue if you'd prefer, as the zombies won't attack you, but I chose to continue onward to the next ghost spawn, which is right where you activate the trials computer to the right of the entranceway. Same thing, give him the book and continue to the build table where you made the Aetherscope and do the same thing for a third and final time. Again, this should all be done on round 7. After you are teleported out of the dark ether, go to the computer and input the code from the diary, and you will then have to start the next round as your first Megaton will spawn on round 8. Take the Megaton to the mushroom on the tree between the pond and the crashed plane. Use him to shoot his radioactive goo at the tree, where an audio prompt should tell you whether it activated. Now, this is important. Save all the zombies and only focus on killing the Megaton. We will need the zombies to get the free DIE shockwave from Knocked. So after you save the zombies and dispatch the Megaton, the first time you kill the second half after he splits, he should drop a key card. Grab the key card and take it to the weapons lab so you can get the DIE remote. Go back to Knock and train up the zombies wherever you feel comfortable. Run back into Knocked and activate the DIE behind the broken piece of wall to start sucking up the zombies. After it's been fully charged, go back to that same broken piece of wall and activate it. This will blow the door off, revealing a shiny new wonder weapon absolutely free of charge. Now that you have the DIE, you can continue with the Easter egg. Go ahead and shoot the box on the top of Knock with the scientific beaker picture on it and run down right where I go and start sucking, baby. You should be able to then grab that canister and the beaker that fell out of the box you shot. Put the beaker under the mushroom the Megaton shot earlier, go back down to the weapons lab and put the canister into the device you used earlier to suck up that stinky dog booty gas. Bring the now full canister to the box located by the plane crash, put it on the box, shoot it, and there's your first wonder weapon upgrade. Bring the Nova 5 upgraded DIE down to the medical bay and shoot this specific nub protruding from the container on the ceiling and it should rise up. Next, go back and grab the beaker from the mushroom. If it's not full yet, give it a few seconds and it should fill up so you can grab it. And while you're over there, go through the Aether portal to get your next upgrade lickety split. Run down to the weapons lab while in the dark ether and go across from Deadshot under the hanging bomb and put the fuse in. Go to the medical bay and freeze the chains from the box, revealing the cryogenic upgrade, and shoot this specific nub. Go back to the tree with the mushroom and grab the fire upgrade for the wonder weapon located on the bed of the truck and shoot this little nub. Now this is where things get real slicey dicey. Going into the portal located by Pack-a-Punch is where you will be getting your fourth and final wonder weapon upgrade, the Electro Bolt. I tend to do this one last as it is one you will want to bring with you for the ending of the Easter egg, and it's the hardest one to do. Once you go through this portal, it is imperative that you do this in one go or you will have to go another round, and this tutorial is for low round Easter egg completions. Now, I hope you guys remember what portal you went through when you got the part for Pack-a-Punch, because you're going to have to utilize those portals for this part. Now, I like to go through the one in the particle accelerator first just because it's closest and always available. Go through, suck that crystal up on the roof of Knocked, go back through the portal and shoot the box in the corner. And just a quick heads up, sometimes my game would glitch out when shooting the box and the crystal charged shot wouldn't register, so just make sure you're close enough to the box that the shot will hit, and I would also recommend using the base variant or fire variant when doing this. Next, go through the portal that opened for you to get the Pack-a-Punch part from. If it was in the medical bay, go through and grab the crystal right outside of the entrance to the underground facility. If it was over in the pond, go to the weapons lab and grab the crystal from the pond area located right next to the portal. Now, it's okay if you get spawned out of the dark aether before you can shoot your last crystal, as long as you have the crystal sucked up into your gun. Take the last crystal to the box, shoot it, and that's the last upgrade for the DIE. Shoot the last nub on the container, and now we are on to the next step. Alright, so after you shoot all the little nubs, go through the portal that spawns right outside of the medical bay and activate the apparition that spawns right outside of the computer room. You should see two guys talking about the decontamination agent we need for the next step. After having a nice conversation with them, you will be teleported back and there will be a wrench on the ground. Grab the wrench and take it to the tank located in spawn. After having used the wrench on the tank 3 times, a zombie will open the hatch on the top of the tank. Kill him and use an explosive to discharge a round from the tank, which hits a tree and causes the decontamination agent to fall. Don't ask me how or why it's in a tree, but it's there. Grab the part and bring it right back where the guys took it and put it in. Now we have to play a little bit of the waiting game. So go ahead and progress through the rounds normally until we get our second Megaton spawn. Unlike last time, you can kill all but one zombie and split the megaton. Take him down to the medical bay and lead the halves under the container and they should get sucked up. Go back to the computer and activate it, killing all remaining zombies and activating a short cutscene. After the cutscene is finished, run the hell out of there because it's gonna get hairy. Go ahead and you can kill all but one zombie, get your perks, upgrade your guns, get your armor, whatever, because it's about to be final boss time, baby. So now there should be only one portal left. It will be in the bottom floor of Noct in the same room where you get your DIE. Take the portal, run to the table to the right as I do, activate the apparition, and after having listened to the tragedy that unfolded with our main squeeze Orlov, pick up the picture to be teleported to the particle accelerator for the last time. Orlov will see the picture and be reminded of his humanity. After talking about his big booty hoe and kid back home, the fight will begin. Pretty much all you need is the Electro Bolt this whole battle, but definitely feel free to use what works for you. In my game, I really only needed 3 perks, Jug, Speed Cola, and Stamina Up. Now, just start blasting those smelly old decrepit farts using the shooty laser gun and make sure to stay moving around. Nothing worse than getting this far into the Easter egg just to fail the last step. That's no fun. So once Orlov gets done showing off his mad hacker skills with a Z, the screen will flash white and then it's time to run. Make your way to the gated off area by the medical bay and follow the route that I go, making sure to shoot all the zombies in your way, ducking and dodging past the blue lightning radiating from the ground, and bada boom bada bing, there you go. Die Maschine Easter egg complete in less than 15 rounds. Now, I'm going to continue to try and perfect my solo skills and see if there's an earlier round to complete it on, but for now, this is the earliest I've done. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope this helped with any of your guys' playthroughs. Peace.